Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy Cno back for day 17 of the League's Demonic Pacts teasers. There's so much info that we have to cover. This is insane, unreal. You guys are already looking at it. If you didn't hear, today we were going to get 3 new relics, and we did get 3 new relics, plus way more. So we'll start with the relics. I'm just going to go over them and what they do really quick. I'm not going to theory craft with them too much because there's so much to cover. So let's jump right into it. We got Tier 4 filled all the way out, and Tier 5 filled all the way out. The first of those is Transmutation. Upon choosing this relic, you're going to get the Transmutation Ledger. And what this is going to do for you is your high alchemy and low alchemy spells are going to transform into 2 new spells. Alchemic Divergence and Alchemic Convergence. That's going to upgrade or downgrade a resource up to 10 at a time to a lower tier or a higher tier. Both of these spells are going to cost 1 nature rune and have no level requirement. The spell gives 10 magic XP for each item transmuted before Leech multipliers. So if you're doing 10 at a time, if you're still in tier 1, theoretically that's 5 times XP. That would be 500 XP per cast, which is crazy. The Transmutation Ledger can be equipped and acts as an infinite amount of nature runes. So you're good there. You don't have to worry about collecting nature runes. You don't have to worry about regenerating nature runes or minimizing loss. You have unlimited from the ledger. When you use items on the ledger, it'll tell you what they can turn into, either up or down. And when you cast upon a noted item, these spells will automatically recast over time as long as the items are available in the same slot in your inventory that they started at. And then you can cast alchemy spells via the toggle above or by configuring the spells in your spellbook. But these alchemy spells, the regular ones, high alch and low alch, are not going to recast like they have in the past. So you can't AFK alch your 500 U longbows unstrung, right? So what you can use this on is going to be hides, runes, ashes, uncut gems, compost, all the seeds, normal and pyre logs, regular mining, so rune, adamant, mithril, and then crafting mining, so amethyst and that kind of thing. You've got bones and raw fish as well. This is insane. This is such a crazy idea. Whoever came up with this is brilliant. There's going to be a trillion use cases for this. One thing I will say, there's a little caveat. I'm sure when you saw uncut gems, your first thought was, oh my god, I can take a sapphire up to a zenite. But they're going to cut the gems off at a dragonstone. So the most you can do is sapphire to dragonstone, or opal to dragonstone, however you want to say it. So there's the caveat there, but this doesn't diminish this relic at all. This is a crazy relic. Like I said, it would take forever to theory craft and look at all the use cases for this. So let's just get into the next relic really quick. That's going to be the Butler's Bell. When you take the Butler's Bell, you're going to be given a Butler's Bell. Funny enough, right? When the bell's rung, a demon butler will be summoned to work for you, and the butler's going to work even if you're offline. So this is a 0 time XP. Even if you think it might be slow in the way that it's said on the relic, you're away from your computer, you're doing other things, you're logged out, and this is still going. You don't have to worry about getting AFK logged out. You don't have to worry about something coming up and you got to leave your computer. This is 0 time XP that you're getting. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. Even as good as Transmutation is, Butler's Bell will give it a run for its money. So what the Butler can do for you, what he can gather for you, is 8 ores per minute, 14 fish per minute, 10 logs per minute, 50 flax per minute, or 10 herbs per minute. On top of that, the butler can also process the gathered items for you, but at half the rates listed above. So that would be 4 ores into bars per minute. It would be 7 raw fish into cooked fish per minute. It'd be 5 logs into planks per minute. It would be 25 flax into bowstring per minute. And then it would be 5 herbs into unfinished potions per minute. When the Demon Butler processes resources for you, he will share a 10 XP drop with you in the relevant production per skill that he's doing. And that's before League's multipliers. So again, if you're at ×5, that would be 50 XP per resource that he processes. Just to put that into perspective really quick, say you get 8 hours of sleep, right? That would be almost 2,000 bars, smelted bars. That'd be about 3,300 cooked fish, about 2,400 planks, about 12,000 bowstrings, and 2,400 unfinished pots, unfinished potions of whatever herb you had them using. So this is not only the AFKer's dream, this is the busy man's dream. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. Now let's look at the last relic, the Soul Harvest. If you take the Soul Harvest, what's going to happen is when you're harvesting any farming crop or when NPCs would drop bones and or ashes, you will instead harvest stackable soul shards. This is insane. I can't believe I'm about to read this. What the soul shards can be used for is rune crafting and prayer. So you have a rune crafting and prayer solve in the same relic. It can be used in place of pure essence when you're doing rune crafting, and it can be sacrificed 100 shards at a time at the libation bowl at the tail mat for 550 prayer XP before the league multipliers without requiring the libation wine. You're going to receive 1 shard per 4 XP gained while harvesting your crops for farming, and then you will receive more shards for higher tier bones and ashes, roughly equal to the bone shard equivalent for that tier of the item. Now, this has the least amount of words. It's the easiest one to read, fastest one to read, but I gotta be honest with you guys. Like I said, I won't get too deep into the theory crafting here, but I had my heart set on Nature's Accord, and Soul Harvest tore my heart out of my chest. I'm devastated because I don't know how you can pass up on Soul Harvest. It's too good. It is too good. It's too good. Now, my fallback plan is I am praying. I'm praying that the other tier 7 relic sucks. I hope it's really bad. I hope it just sucks and is badly optimized so I can use Reloaded and come back and get Nature's Accord, because I am so sad that they put Soul Harvest in tier 5. But at the same time, I'm happy because that shows how insane of a relic Soul Harvest is. So I'm excited about that. But that is it for the 3 relics. Again, I know I've said it a few times, but I don't want to theory craft here too much. The transmutation relic alone, I could spend 5 hours theory crafting. It's an insane relic. So let's take a minute and move on to the packs. They released all the packs and they did it in a super fun way. Unfortunately, I was at work, so I didn't get to participate too much, but it was really fun to watch everybody in the community work on it and find some of the answers. All right, so I just realized that I did this at work, so I don't have it completed on my desktop at home, so I can kind of show you guys a little bit of how it worked. So it was a little article. It says an invitation lets you know it's best to join on the desktop. And then it says a piece of advice for those seeking more. Your seals may require spaces, numbers, symbols, and more. Enjoy yourselves, mortals. So obviously this is given to us from Yama, but there's just this little tiny icon. It's in the shape of the Demonic Pact logo. So if you click on it, it says, you seek more knowledge as I expected. I can grant you what you desire, but no debt to me goes unpaid. All that you want lies behind me, close enough to touch if you have the stomach for it. Tell me, have you the wherewithal for a battle of wits, or does your appetite outweigh your intellect? To make sure that you know who you're dealing with, sign my name, and then we'll begin. So pretty cool, pretty fun, typed out. I know this is like way removed from the game, and I'm sure a lot of you watching were at work too, or didn't even know it went down like this. So I can understand there might be a little bit of a bummer, but even though I was at work, watching everyone solve it was really cool, and I just think it's very cool of the OSRS team to do this. So, anyways, you type in Yama, you hit commit. At the bottom it says you'll know true power soon enough, and then it gives you a little skill tree, and this thing explodes. I gotta be honest, I don't remember all the answers off the top of my head. I think this one was ale, and admittedly, I have no idea how you get ale from this. I really don't. I don't know how a lot of these were solved. I just got the answers from the Discord and put them in myself. But you type in ale, and then it says, will you drink like a god or drown like a man? And then the skill tree goes even bigger. So let me get all these unlocked really quick, and then I will kind of show you what packs are included. All right, boom, jump scare through the power of editing. This is the skill tree all filled out. Well, if you want to call it a skill tree, it's just a Demonic Pacts. It kind of resembles, like, if these are eyes, nose, cheekbones, horns. Maybe Yama are more like a skeleton with a helmet on. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of what I see. Anyways, look how insane this is. So if we zoom in, the first thing, this is where we typed in Yama. This was the very first one. This is one that they kind of talked about yesterday. 50% chance to regenerate runes, ammo, and charges. Regenerate whenever you use runes to cast a spell, fire ammunition from a ranged weapon, or consume charges with a charged weapon. There is a % chance to generate an additional resource spent. You've now sold your soul to me in search for knowledge. While you've gained a slither of information, I know you hunger for more. Prove your worth and open the paths which lie ahead. So obviously we open all the paths and they are crazy. So to the left, it is mage. To the right, melee. And then down low is ranged. Whenever you regenerate ammo, you have a 25% chance to fire a ranged echo against the enemy. Ranged echoes cannot generate another ranged echo. And then you go all the way down, and there's crazy stuff down here. Crossbow attacks roll accuracy twice. Crossbow hits always max hit. That's so crazy. That I don't even know what to say. That's insane. Let's see what's over here. Hitting with a bow increases your bow's minimum hit by 1, capping at 15% of your base minimum hit. This bonus is halved when you take damage that you didn't or couldn't pray against. Hitting with a bow increases your bow's maximum hit by 1, capping at 15% of your base maximum hit. This bonus is halved when you take damage that you didn't or couldn't pray against. So, two of the same thing, pretty much. I don't know if you can stack those. I don't know how that works. But here's some thrown ones. While a thrown weapon is equipped, increase your ranged accuracy by 60. And then when attacking with a thrown weapon, you now throw at an additional target nearby. So these are cracked. I mean, these are insane. This is so cool. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of knowledge that we don't have about how many you can have. So we're still waiting for a little bit more information here, but they definitely gave us a lot to think about and a lot to talk about. Now, I'm not going to go over every single pact because that would make the video way longer than it needs to be. I just kind of wanted to give a overview of what they teased to us today, and that is about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so I can catch you guys tomorrow. I'm also going to be dropping some vids today and tomorrow with deeper dives, not just surface level coverage. So once again, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you watched this far, I really appreciate it. Let me know what of the 3 relics they dropped today were your favorite in the comments below. You guys already know that Soul Harvest is my absolute favorite. I can't get over it. But I would love to hear what was your guys' favorite. Anyways, that is it for me. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.